what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. 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 They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right. Alone,
to throw, Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Brissett. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Yellow! Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it to Nelson. Kansas City touchdown. J.J. Nelson an even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Again, it's Brissett. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Check. Watch the eye. Check 99. Check 99.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check 15. Check 15. Check 24. Check 24. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
53. Check 53. 81. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, Mack. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 35 on 2nd down. Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch yellow. Watch the screen. Slam. Shoot. 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now here's Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's go, defense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Butker's kick here is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Brissett now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So don't say nothing. Take off. Check. Big air. Kill.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Mike, 53, Mike. Watch the run. Bang. Check 4. No. Off.
From the red zone now, Brissett that escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Slam, slam, slam. He's checking credit. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Big Dan, shut up.
On second down, Brissett again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Interception, baby, all day, all day.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
15.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Before getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
We got this.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run 36.
First down, Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. Funches has it complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Brissett now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Check three. Kill. Sit. Check 31.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, that's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Hey, motion. 53's the mic. 50. Take me up. Here we go. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett buying time to us, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack, and that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Check nickel.
On third down, Brissett. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
53's the mark. 53, check.
A first down throw for Brissett. Forced out to his left. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check the backer.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jordan Wilkins, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will tie us at 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And these 2 teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. Tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's still fighting forward. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 2nd and 7, Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on 1st down. Ebron caught left side. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brissett now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Check 53, Mark. Hey, check 24, 124.
From the 27, Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on a hook. Check. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Get the ball. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Deuce. Go. Check 43. He's checking. He's anyway.
And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Check 26, check 26.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Lucky.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Switch.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now Mack. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
53. Push him back. Check. 50. Get ready. Mike, 53. Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check. Watch the eyes. Check 99. Check 99.
He may try and run for this. Well, he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
5 down. Stand up in it.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 28-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Mahomes. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Oh, you got Dan? Check 24. Check 24.
Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big conversion there on 3rd and 3.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch out. Kill. Turn up. Stick guy. Check 6-3. Check 52. Switch. Let's go. Come on. Quick. Check.
This is Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Kill.
second down now. It's Mack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's get it. Here we go. Hey, hold on. 59. Watch it. Screen. Watch the screen. Bang, 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 bang. Check 4, check 4. No.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Watch the screen. Hey, switch gears. Good dash. Come go. Watch twist. Check, crunch.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. They'll run on first down. Mack, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. It has the distance, and it is good. Adam Vinatieri does it again. Hoosier State will celebrate.